All right, welcome back. We continue right here with the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown. We're talking about the Pirates today, who won 7-5. They got a nice high leverage situation for Tyler Glasnow on a hold. Vasquez gets another save. They win 7-5. They're 4-2 on the trip heading to Los Angeles. But the question is, they're still fourth place, 3 teams to overcome there. It's unlikely. 5 teams ahead of them for the second wild card. So, Paul Zeise, I want to ask you, what do the Pirates have to do to be relevant the last 3 months of this season, or can they at all?
Trade half their roster for guys that can actually play at a level where they can compete. If that's what you really want the answer. I mean, you know, let's break it down the way we need to break it down. I think this is now their 3rd series win in their last 12, if my math is correct. Their 3 series wins, the Mets, the Padres, and the Reds. So let's not celebrate here and think that just because they've won a few games here that they have a chance to get back into it. They're very inconsistent. They're young. They don't have enough. They're bad defensively still, and that's not going to change. I don't see how they get into any sort of contention other than maybe, you know, in August when things tighten up naturally, they get to within 3 or 4 games of the wild card or something. This is a team that's an 81-win team at most. Probably more like a 79, 80-win team. So, no, I don't think, unless you think that's relevance.
I find that the Pirates are in complete no man's land right now. They're not good enough to be a playoff team. I think we can all agree on that. But they're not so bad that they're going to get the first pick in the draft and they can go out and spend money. And they don't have prospects on the way. The future looks a little bleak right now. You don't want to be in no man's land. Trust me, I cover the Penguins. I know. They're the kings of being really bad when they need to be bad for a couple of years. That's sometimes how you can get really good. I just don't see what kind of direction the Pirates have right now. And the worst thing of all, they're boring. There's just nothing interesting or intriguing about that team, and I think the numbers at the box office indicate that.
Yeah, there are not too many people who are showing up, are they? I wouldn't go either if it wasn't for free tickets.
You did.
Yeah, because I got free tickets. That's why I went. But, you know, it's going to be very tough for them to turn around. I think the best case scenario is at the trade deadline, get rid of some of these guys, but you have to bring back somebody that somebody knows, and that's not going to happen. And when you have an average of 17,000 people a season or a game, you know darn well it's just going to be worse next year. When the Pirates were good, what did they have? They had a superstar, Andrew McCutchen. This team lacks a superstar. If they had one who was even potentially on the roster to be a superstar, which people thought Marte was, which we know that's not the case, or Polanco, that's just not the case anymore. Maybe you could feel a little bit better than that. But, you know, the last thing I want to see is Newman and whoever come up from the minor leagues and play.
Whoever, that's the point.
That's not what I want to see here in August. I mean, you're just going to be like, here we go again.
Well, they say they may not do that. We'll see. We've also heard some things that really don't add up. I think they're PR blunders to say that, listen, our budget will go up as soon as people show up. That's the wrong way to handle this situation, but that was said this week.
Hey, Paul,
but would you rather watch Newman and those guys or more David Freese and Sean Rodriguez?
No, they have no choice. They're going to trade those
going
guys.
Nowhere.
No one wants to watch either. That's the point.
How about signing someone in the offseason who can actually come in and play now at a pretty high level? And they did not do that at all. They're the only team that did not sign a major league free agent, Josh.
How about trading Newman for a player that can actually play this year and help you win?
Well,
right.
You know what I think about Huntington's statement? This is what I think about that. This is like owning a pizza shop, and the pizza shop has terrible pizza, and they're like, you know what? If you keep eating our pizza, you know what? We're going to start using some good toppings and some good cheese. Then you'll come and buy it. It's just totally flawed logic on his part. It makes no sense.
The tone deafness was staggering. And it's not the first time he's made comments like that. It's the whole organization. And when you're in a city, when the other 2 organizations are as good and as competent and as well run as the Steelers and Penguins, my God, it looks awful.
Yeah, it does. And right now, you know, they have a tough stretch. They got 3 against the Dodgers, come home to the Phillies, the Nationals, and then 5 against the Brewers. Ooh. At that point, you'll know exactly where they are heading into the All-Star break. But right now, we're going to go around the horn for this week's Smooth Moves, presented by Armina Stone. They are there, the largest supplier of the smoothest granite, marble, and countertops you're going to find right to their warehouse, to your kitchen, or wherever you want it. So, smooth move. Let's start at the top. Paul Zeise, what's your smooth move of the week?
You know, I'm going to go with Felipe Vasquez. It looks like he's kind of shaken off that whatever was problems he had earlier in the month of June and in May there, where it looked like he was really struggling. He's starting to look a lot like the guy that they signed for like 19 years or whatever his deal was. So, another save today that was pretty clean.
Josh, what are your smooth move?
I've got to go back to the Penguins from this afternoon. Jack Johnson and General Manager Jim Rutherford throwing barbs at the Blue Jackets in July. And I bring it up because the Penguins are a very entertaining team on the ice. Off the ice, they are unbelievably boring. Mike Sullivan doesn't like anybody saying anything controversial. His general manager and his new defenseman, they broke the rule today.
Mark?
Sounds like Antonio Brown. Last move going over to the Buccos, and I swear to you, when Colin Moran hit his grand slam today, he smiled.
He did.
That guy never had a smile on his face. Maybe you can't see it through the beard, but maybe he's breaking out of that shell a little bit. I think if you go back and look at the replay, he smiled. That's my smile.
Hurdle likes the fact that he takes that seriously. He's confident, cool, and that's an indication that he is, but he did smile today. You're right about that. And those are the smooth moves of the week, brought to you by Armina Stone, who features Pittsburgh's largest indoor stone gallery of granite marble countertops imported from all over the world to give you the smoothest countertops in your neighborhood. We'll be back with Steeler Talk next.